Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jamaica 411. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for coming along and keeping my company as usual. I have another analysis for you. But before we get into the analysis, if you are joining for the first time, welcome. If you have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. And also give the video a thumbs up if you like the content and share. Now, the subject for today will be the expulsion of the PNP and JLP members who elected to nominate on nomination day to run as independent candidates against the candidates that were selected by their respective parties. Now, I'm going to let you listen to an interview that was done by Nationwide News Network of two of such persons. They are the PNP or former PNP members, Lydia Richards and Lawton Mackenzie. Lydia Richards, as you may know or recall, she is the sitting councillor for the Bensonton Division in Southeast St. Anne, where Lisa Hanna is a sitting MP. And Lawton Mackenzie, he is the sitting councillor for the Grange Hill Division in Western Westmoreland, where the MP is Morland Wilson. He's the Jamaica Labour Party representative. Now, the People's National Party expelled 4 of its members, Richards and Mackenzie, as I said before, as well as Beverly Swaby. Not sure I know much about her, but if I get anything, I'll let you know. And then there's Uphell Purcell of the Yorktown division of Southwest Clarendon. The MP, of course, is Lothan Cousins, the People's National Party representative. Now, Uphell, you will recall, had some kind of a leak, as it was a sex video. It was him doing his thing, not with a person, just doing some performance for somebody that was recording him. And so the PNP decided that they no longer wish for him to represent the party, and they made their choice as to who they want to represent. Now, Mr. Uphell Purcell is a very, very popular councillor, and it is very likely that one of 3 outcomes is likely in the Yorktown division. 1, that Uphell Purcell may carry off the votes, as he seems to be confident that he's able to, and win the division as an independent candidate. Or he may split the vote significantly to cause the Jamaica Labour Party to win the council seat. We will have to wait to see what will happen there. On the Jamaica Labour Party side of the aisle, they in turn expelled 7 of their members who were set aside by the party, apparently as a result of polls that were conducted. And they elected not to accept the setting aside. They believe that they were unfairly treated, some of them. Some of them believe that they're able to win. And so they've decided to run as independent against their own party's candidates that was selected to replace them. In that instance, there were 3 councillors. You had Romain Morris. He had resigned earlier and joined the PNP when a candidate, or the candidate that was selected, was challenged by that candidate. He had challenged a candidate in 2016 won, and then come 2024, he was challenged by the same person and beaten. And his decision was to cross the floor and join the PNP in the Clarendon municipality. He represented the Moko division in North Central Clarendon. Now, the second councillor that was replaced by the Jamaica Labour Party is Leroy Dunn. He's a councillor for the Guys Hill Division in Northeast St. Catherine. Then there is Keith McCook, and he is a sitting councillor for Red Hills Division in the West Central St. Catherine. And the last one is George Planter. Now, we were told initially that George Planter was asked kindly to step aside and allow Venetia Phillips to represent the division of Papine, being, I suppose, that she's a sitting councillor. They probably thought that she had a better chance, and evidently polls were done to that effect. Well, Mr. George Planter will have none of it, and so he has decided to put his hat in the ring, claiming he is confident that he will win. But word that we are hearing is that he stands no chance, not even to split the vote, because he was not wanted or liked by too many persons in the Papine division, and they were asking for him to be replaced. So we will wait again and see how the turnout of that one. But let me not keep you any longer. I've given you a little update. I will speak to you briefly after listening to Lydia and Lawton Mackenzie's interview by NNN. Because Lydia is claiming in that interview that she doesn't know why the party removed her, which is incredible. But I'll tell you the reason why she was removed at the end of the interview. So let's listen.
Good evening, Moss Lawton. Good evening, Miss Lydia.
How are you, sir?
We're good, man. We're good this side.
I am happy that you have me on your good radio station, and you'll be hearing more about me.
I hope so.
Yes.
So. All right. Let's. You're a ladies' gentleman, so let's give the lady first crack.
Yes.
Miss Lydia.
Thank you.
Miss Lydia, the first question I want to ask you, ma'am. Yes, and
Yes.
you're. I'm not over-egging the pudding to say that you're a legend in those parts in Bensonton. Everybody knows you, and you've
Very
worked for the
good
people
word.
for 20 years. But let me ask you this:
Yes.
Why are you declaring your continued love for people who don't want you anymore?
No, it has nothing to do with the people who don't want me. This has to do with the People's National Party from Michael to Norman those days. From when my father was a councillor and what I know from then. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What we stood for. Not these people who just come in now and decide that everywhere down the line, down the ladder, way from the bottom rung, you can decide who is going to run from who is not going to run. And decide who is going to run because you're honest. Because that's the only thing I could come up with.
So let me clarify something. What you're saying is that you remain in love with the manly PNP, but the Mark Golding PNP, you don't so love it anymore.
No, but even with the Mark Golding, but there are some people in there who I don't understand them none at all. As a matter of fact, they don't understand themselves. Because if they did, they would have seen that you can't have somebody like a Lydia in a division who has been doing well over time, notwithstanding getting nothing from the Member of Parliament, notwithstanding having no representation from the Member of Parliament. Yet when the Member of Parliament was struggling, I came out for the PNP.
You're talking, of course, Lisa Hanna in Southeast St. Anne, right? You're talking Lisa Hanna in Southeast.
Yes, I got out my bed when the people called me and told me what was happening. I got out my bed. A guy that I never spoken for 8 years called me, and I rushed him, and then somebody else called me because I wouldn't listen to him, and I got out my bed and started moving and getting out the people. Yes.
Hold the line, Mom. Hold the line, Lawton Mackenzie. We're going to take a break and come right back. So, Lawton Mackenzie, at this stage of the game, having served for so long, what has compelled you to continue to fight and to fight as an independent in this election at the risk of causing the PNP to lose the division?
Listen, man, I am going to win. And the figures are there, and the workers are there. Let me remind you, and the genuine old persons like Desmond Leakey and others will remind you that Norman Manley, the figure 4, is a serious number to the People's National Party.
How so?
When Norman Manley expelled the H's, Norman Manley lost his seat and was not even the opposition spokesperson in Parliament. It was Dr. Lai from the seat that Lisa had. I am giving you all of this. Mark Golden need to look on the numbers that are playing around him. And the bunch of losers. The bunch of losers.
Who you calling the bunch of losers?
Peter Bunton, Dayton Campbell, all of them cannot go back to their constituency. I have seen greater politicians than them lose and go back and start scratch and rise to the greatest level of politicians in Jamaica. If you can't go back to your yard, something wrong.
So you're saying... So hold on, Lord.
Why don't you go back and sentence where you're born and grow?
Yes, so you're saying...
people of Eastern Westmoreland alone.
So you're saying that Bunting having lost in Central Manchester, you're saying him can't go back. And
he can't go back, he have to give it up and go on another one.
And Dayton Campbell Northwest St. and can't go back.
Can't go back. And Ian Hills cannot drive through Lucy. And I hope he not get punctured.
I hear you.
That is the type of person we have taken decision from the party.
So, Mr. Mackenzie, I see you've made a distinction between the PNP president, Mr. Golding, and those in his upper executive, so to speak. Is it that your grievance is not with the party leader, but them specifically, and you don't hold any ill will towards Mr. Golding for the decisions he's made by putting them in place?
I am saying I have spoken to several persons, and the question, if when the party is ready to be reshuffled, and I get a leader that I feel can put a team together, they can call me any second. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
So Mark Golding can't put a team together is what you're saying?
Because he might remove those persons.
Oh, so if he removes those persons, you'll be willing to listen to willing to talk about going back?
And at the same time, if we win the general election, he cannot name them minister without portfolio.
Yes. I hear you. Lydia Richards, finally, Lydia Richards.
Yeah.
Is it that, tell us straight, is it that there are people around the party leader that have caused you today to be standing as an independent candidate, or is it the leader himself?
But, you know, there's nobody who is taking any
Responsibility.
The people from the region, they are responsible in the first place because they don't know anything, because the one who is responsible for the elections in St. Anne, he lost 4 council seats the last time around, and because he was
Who is
the
that?
person responsible.
Who is that? Call him name.
Taylor. He's responsible for election. Taylor is responsible for election in the parish. And he lost 4 council seats in Brownstown, just like how they lost the Member of Parliament Dayton seat down there. And he's responsible for that. He is the one who made the decision. Right. And he's not somebody that you can talk to. The region chair was the one, the region chair and the secretary. Those 2 called me on the phone. The region chair said, "Mr. Go and go take my pension and go." But the region chair retire and get a new job.
Mm-hmm. So, Miss Lydia, let me ask you too.
Yeah.
There was a time when you communicated to the public that, boy, you had enough and you may not go back. Do you think that this period of uncertainty, whether you were staying or going, caused the PNP to think of moving on from you? Did that contribute to their situation
But look
here
here.
now? Mm-hmm.
The people in position, you see,
Yes.
I don't see them as dance people.
Yes.
So, if you say you're not going to go back, no, the member of parliament is leaving. And because she's leaving, I decided to go. They can say he wasn't going back, and he's in Westmoreland. Bunting say he wasn't going back, and he's in Manchester. So, explain that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense for me.
Yes, yes. As one of our YouTubers is saying, Lydia, Mary Goldberg says it's simple out there.
You make it make sense.
Yes, yes, Mom, yes.
Because them not making it make any sense to me.
Yes. So,
But what I am saying to you,
yes.
you cannot have somebody who has been working all these years. Remember, nobody helped me do anything. Nobody make a contribution to the division. It's only me and God.
So this
and
can't.
I am saying, hold on a sec. Let me just finish this point. It is not about me. It is not about me. I said to the people, find somebody. I went to a young lady. I put her in a group. I gave her the constitution. We select another guy. We put him there. Them fight against him. There's all sorts of things that him can't buy, even a water. I'm saying to you, it cannot be that you just take up somebody. Where is the resume? Let us see what we are going with based on what people are saying.
So tell me about this man now. That's what I want to ask you. The man who they have nominated, him can cross it?
But, can you call him up and make me find out?
No, you tell me, Miss Lydia, you know him better than us.
Me say, I don't know him that well.
Him not from the division.
Together, we never meet up no way.
But them same he's been the chairman in there for 5 years.
But look here, you have to go find out the other people who were there as well. There was not a teacher, not a pastor, not a nobody. You have to find out all those things.
So this man can beat your election day?
You have chairmen, you have teachers, you have where absolutely nothing they can do. They're just there to say yes.
So the man can beat you? Him can beat you?
No.
I hear you.
But I want somebody to talk to him. Let us hear.
Yeah, but we're going to try and find him. His name is Councillor Clovis Gohagan. Clovis Gohagan is the man that has been nominated by the PNP in Bensonton.
Yeah.
Lydia Richards is saying she don't know anything about him. You live in Bensonton, Miss Lydia?
Oh, you mean?
So him live in Bensonton too?
But I know him like that, but I want to know about his education, what he's going with.
Oh. So
stand up and talk to somebody if you can.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can't even stand up. So I need to know what he's going with.
I think you're telling us something without telling us something.
Tell us, did he finish school? Did he go to school? Did he... those are the things we want to know.
So he didn't go to school, Miss Lydia?
I am not saying that.
No, may I ask you? I'm asking you if you went to school.
Listen what I am saying to you.
Yes.
You call the gentleman and ask those questions.
All right, I'm going to call him.
I don't know, because I never asked him before.
Yes.
And I can't ask him now.
I'll call him.
So you call him and ask those questions so we can know.
Will you call him? Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lydia. Lawton, the final word from you, Lawton Mackenzie, election day.
Yes, sir. I would like you to ask me the same similar question.
Yeah, man.
Warren Lickerton
yes.
left Jamaica before me and migrated to America.
Yes.
Ask Mark Golding who deported Warren Lickerton. That is A. And he must call the New York Consulate General and get all the documents. That is one. Two. Warren Lickerton was given a job by me as assistant manager at Greenville Cemetery. He is a liar. He did
Hold on, no, Lawton, you can't do that. You can't say that because that's attacking his character. No, stick to the facts. Stick to the facts, though, Lawton. So withdraw that part and continue. Go ahead.
All right. I am the councillor for the Greenville Division.
Yes.
And I will not pull out of a race that a person meter was removed by GPS over 5 years now.
Oh,
And
all
you
right.
can call GPS and ask.
Yes.
And he went to a contract at 2.5 years now and did not find the money to do that.
Well, I don't know that either. I can't verify that. I can't verify
am
that.
telling you
Yeah,
that.
man, I know you're saying that, but I can't verify that. So I can't carry that.
Now, the question you just asked my colleague,
Yes.
independent.
Yes.
I am listening you on the radio. I will not stoop to that low level that JPS take out your meter.
All right. Lord, I can't carry that because I can't verify that. But
right.
Be that as it may,
Call
him can beat
GPS.
your election day.
I will be there because my friend who I have defeated, I make I tell her, any man run against me 2 times, you look for 800 or more. I am the best in my capacity, can nail it to you. I spend time to ensure that the People's National Party win the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation. I did not campaign for myself. I spend more time on looking on how we can control the municipal corporation.
Yes.
This time, I am for myself and myself alone.
Hear you on
And
that.
they are so lie.
No,
There's a loud
Lawton, hold on, no, man. Me no lie. You can't call them lie. You can't call them lie on radio. All right?
Me can't call them, they can't.
No. You can't call them lie if you talk to them on your phone, not on radio, because I can't verify that. All right? So.
Tell you why me call them lie.
No man. It's all right. It's all right. I've heard it, and I'll talk to you again. Is what I'll say to you. I wish you all the best. Before you go, wait, no, Lawton, before you go, I just want to say that the point you made about the deportation and the checks with the New York authorities and the light and the meter, I can't verify any of that. That's your information. I can't join you in those things because I can't prove it. Just for the record. Go on there. What's the last thing you want to say now?
The last thing I'll say, I will return as councillor, and halfway my term, I have promised the workers they will choose a decent councillor, and I will not seek another term of this office, but I will ensure that the people of Grangeville get a reputable councillor.
Hear you on that. We're going to hold it with it on record. Thank you, Lord Mackenzie. Thank you, Lydia Richards. All the best, Mom. All the best, sir.
And may God bless you and guide you. And I'm asking the entire Jamaica to pray for me because I know they are coming.
Now, before I start with Lydia Richards, let me make one correction to something that Lord Mackenzie said in the interview with Nationwide News. He referred to the Norman Manley era when he said that Norman Manley, having expelled the 4Hs, lost his seat and the party was run by Lloyd, Vivian Lloyd, I believe it was his name, or it was Ivan Lloyd. Now that is not the correct information. What happened was, in the first election Jamaica had since the declaration or the passage of the universal adult suffrage laws, Norman Manley entered in that election and lost. He did not win. Ivan Lloyd was the leader of the opposition, and he did indeed won his seat in Southeast St. Anne, where Lisa is now the MP. The business of the 4Hs, which was another set of treachery against the party, an attempt to control the PNP. That was the first time that a group within the party sought to take over the party and failed. That was in 1952. There was a hearing, and they were eventually expelled by the annual conference of 1952. 1952. So let me make that correction. Now on to Lydia. Now Lydia is claiming or pretending that she doesn't know the reason why she was removed as the party standard bearer in the Bensonton division. Well, let me give you some information you probably have not heard anywhere else, and you probably will hear from now on. The Lydia has been a thorn in the side of the two MPs. First, it was Alona Samba, and then for the 20 years that Lisa has been there, no, not 20, I think it was about 18 years, she has been a constant thorn in her side. Well, she claimed that she was the one that saved the seat. We heard otherwise. We heard that she was part of the attempt to sabotage, to cause Lisa to lose the seat in order to remove any threat to the Rise United movement led by Peter Bunting, whose intention it was to challenge again in 2020 for leadership. Unfortunately, he lost his seat. So polls had consistently showed that Lisa was the one that people wanted. And so they thought that what they ought to do is to cause her to lose the seat to the Jamaica Labour Party in order to remove her as a threat to their diabolical plot to take over the PNP. Now, the 4Hs in 1952 failed. The Rise United movement with Peter Bunting and Mark Golding succeeded in controlling, well, in winning the leadership of the party. They have no control of it yet. So Lydia was part of that. She's a riser. Lydia had decided to retire when Lisa was running. She was so sure that Lisa would have won, like the rest of us. We did not know about the 400 fake groups that Bunting and Golding and his cronies had set up in the party, which meant that they, as long as they could bring out the genuine votes, few of them, they would be able to win, and they did. So Lydia wanted back her seat, and it was Mark Golding who put them back in the seat because the delegates had selected another candidate to replace her. And Mark Golding set that candidate aside unilaterally and put her back there. Well, the people of Bensonton had enough of her. And what happened was that a petition was organized. And I want you to listen to me now. The groups in the People's National Party are the bedrock of the party. They are the ones who select the candidates to represent them, or ought to, in a recognized constituency. They are the ones who are supposed to select the leader. They elect the vice president. So they are the bedrock. So when your groups in your division decide that they don't want you, that's it for you. And the groups, every single one of them, every single group and every single member of each and every one of those groups signed the petition to ask the People's National Party's executive to remove Lydia as their stand-up bearer for the next upcoming local government election. And this occurred a few months ago. So Lydia ought to be well aware of the reason why she was removed. So when she's there boasting and talking about winning, there's no chance of Lydia winning anything. No chance at all. And as for the question of splitting the votes, we have no reason to think that she'll be capable of doing any such thing, because the people of Bensonton found out some things about her and how she has been handling the constituency and the constituency projects and so on, and they wanted her out. She had spoken about retiring, and suddenly she decided she's going to run as an independent. I think her mission is again to mess with Lisa Hanna, right? By by running as an independent, she's hoping to split the votes and cause the PNP to lose that seat. It would then look very bad on Lisa Hanna. So her vindictiveness is just what you see here on display. Now, I'm sure Karen Cross is going to come and address Lydia Good and Proper in a few days, perhaps in our next live. So let me leave it to her to do so. Well, as usual, I've taken up a lot of your time. And, I really humbly appreciate the time that you spend with me. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for the likes as well as you sharing the video. And as usual, I will see you next time. Thank you very much again. Walk good.